Good afternoon and welcome into the QB Huddle podcast. We're going to try this once again. This time it looks like we can all hear each other. I am Tim, joined by my podcast partners, Lo and Brandon. How the heck are the two of you today?
Great. Let's roll.
Okay.
Swell.
I was starting to wonder. No one said anything, so I started to get nervous.
We did it on purpose, right? Yeah.
Okay. We've got some stuff to cover today. We've got some awards to give out. We've got some QBs on fire, QBs swimming in the garbage juice, and of course we've got a Brady moment. Somebody on this screen might say we have two of them, or might say that mine is wrong. I don't know, but we're going to go through and see what happens. First, we got to talk about two trades that happened. Sauce Gardner just a few moments ago announced he is headed to the Indianapolis Colts, coming off a big loss for the Colts this week. That's a great move for them. The Jets are doing what the Jets do, and we'll get your two reactions after this. There's one more trade that I know of right now that we can talk about. Logan Wilson, the big secret from last night, has been traded from Cincinnati to the Cowboys. I thought it was going to be a Cincinnati defensive player. I just didn't think it was going to be this guy, whoever this guy is. Let's go around and talk about quick reactions to the trade. Brandon and Lauren, Lo, let's start with you. Sauce Gardner to the Colts and this Wilson guy to the Cowboys. Give me your thoughts.
You need to put a little respect on this Wilson guy. He's a backer, man. He's a linebacker. Anyone
He's a good backer
right now is going to be a help. Sure, you want the no-gloved Hendrickson, but I think he's not going to replace your Micah issue. Plus, you got that youngin. Saw him. I watched the game, which I'm sure we'll get into the game later. Hot trade. It's not the big one I thought Jerry was talking about. He didn't need to keep that secret. Could have let that go out. But Sauce is the big one, man. The Colts just got better. And it's like, geez, if they weren't playing better already, like, man, now you're adding a top-tier corner, top 5 in the league for sure. So love to see it. AFC has another team in the gauntlet of which the AFC is. So
I love the trade for the Colts. Go ahead, Brandon. Where are you at with these?
I think Logan Wilson is going to add at least some intensity to your defense. I mean, this guy's averaging over 100 tackles a year. So that's a good start because you haven't really had a dominant backer in a very long time, even though Micah should have been a backer. But I also think the splash with Sauce Gardner is definitely going to help. I think it takes the limelight out of New York, focuses him in an indoor place. The AFC South is a little bit, skeptical right now. All he's got to defend is Nico Collins, which we ain't saying Nico's trash because he's very good, but some of these receivers in this division are banged up. So I think it's a good move for Sauce just to get a fresh start and also with a playoff contender.
All right. Well, I love the move for Sauce Gardner. I don't know much about Logan Wilson, but I'm going to find out. I'm going to be watching and figure out who this guy is, and I'm really interested to see what we gave up to get a middle linebacker when we have so many needs across, especially with a pass rusher. I was really hoping maybe Myles Garrett might be the big news. That wasn't it, but hey, a guy can hope. A guy can hope.
I'm dreaming. You're dreaming.
All right, let's talk about the injury front. A few things to note. Of course, Lamar Jackson was back this week. That was fantastic. K1, a healthy scratch in Dallas last night.
They said foot. They did say foot.
They said foot. I think we all know that that's the end of the Kyler Murray era in Arizona. Mac Jones still in for Brock Purdy.
Hello.
Brandon, how long is this going to go on for?
As long as it needs to. I mean, even with this signing, I knew he signed for 2 years, $7 million. I thought this was a great move, especially for insurance policy. He runs the offense very efficiently. It looks very similar to what we do in the past as far as, either 8 yards per player, 9.5 per play. He's really doing what he needs to do, but he's holding up by duct tape and bubble gum, man. I mean, he's holding up, but, man, keep him in as long as he can and let Brock heal because that turf toe injury can be very wishy-washy from week to week.
Nugi, correct me if I'm wrong. Purdy got 47. Is that how much he got in his deal?
It's around there. It's around that 47 to 53, I think.
That's what I think. Yeah. So if you add in the $7 million Mac, you pretty much paid the market price for 2 quarterbacks instead of 1.
I like it.
And I would say he's outperforming the other $55 million guys. Joe Burrow, who's not playing.
Oh, yeah.
Tua, Who's the other one? Let's see. Jacksonville.
Dak,
Trevor Lawrence.
Lawrence, T.
Yeah,
Lock.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yep.
Dak, of course. That's always
Oh,
Dak.
Dakota.
many
Dakota Rain,
outperformed
huh?
him. But Kyler Murray, same thing. 53 mil.
Mm.
I think he got. So most of it's guaranteed. I think Kyler does stick around since y'all brought it up. I did some more deep diving into my own hypotheses. But the way they were talking last night, this offense looks way better with Jacoby Brissett, and and I'm like, oh man, okay, Kyler could be out. So I have a new ththing. Maybe he's going to the Commanders.
Well, why
Yeah,
would he
yeah.
do that?
Just
Let's
think
talk
about
about that
that.
for a second. That brings us
Just
to our
think
next
about that.
injury. But before I want to hint on that. That was irresponsible of Joe Buck and Troy Aikman to talk about how good the offense looks under Jacoby Brissett with the Arizona Cardinals because they were playing the Dallas Cowboys. And there is yet to be a team that looked bad against the Dallas Cowboys defense. So it's irresponsible of those two to propel Jacoby Brissett up to that sort of level of quarterback play when I swear either of you two, not me because I am broken from head to toe, but either of you two could go out and have a 300-yard game against those Dallas Cowboys because they are absolutely terrible. Even our
Stop.
$90+ million
Stop.
cornerback was getting torched. He actually fell down, tripped himself at the goal line. And I mean, that was a great route by Marvin Harrison, but I mean, you're one of the top paid corners. Play like it. I'm going to say that all the time. We're going to get into that. But back to your Commander conversation. Jayden Daniels hurt again. And this time it was really bad. When he was getting drafted, Brandon, you remember we talked about it on this show. My
Yep.
concern about Jayden Daniels, not that he wasn't a phenomenal athlete, but he didn't protect himself very well in college. And coming to the NFL, that's been paramount. He's been hurt 4 times now, and this one was really bad, getting thrown around like a rag doll. The injury was horrendous. I feel terrible for him. But do you think, Lowe, the Washington Commanders are looking for a replacement already for Jayden Daniels
It's
and
one of
Kyler
those things.
Murray?
It's a replacement, and hear me out. Hear me out. We don't know how long this injury is going to be. We don't know if something got tore in there. Was it just a clean dislocation? It didn't break skin, right? But you don't know what's messing there. Yeah, it's your left arm. If he is not set on pace to start next season, with most of Kyler Murray's paid upfront guaranteed money being 160 of the 230 and 40 more this year, you might as well get him because Kingsbury's your offensive coordinator. He knows the offense. You got similar weapons. I don't
I
know.
just
To
don't, I
me,
don't
if
feel
he's
like
not,
that relationship was strained at the end, was it not? I mean,
I
Kyler
feel
wanted
it
to stay
was.
but
Call
was
of
it,
Duty,
was
and
it strained by the organization or was it strained by Kingsbury? Because Kingsbury got fired. He didn't just leave, right? They let him
Kingsbury
go.
aged about 20 years in his tenure with Arizona,
Well,
and he
he's a
looks like he's
coordinator
he's
now. He's
going
a
backwards again.
coordinator.
Yeah, he's happy now.
He's a
I agree.
coordinator,
Could
so
be.
I think you. I like the. I don't know. It's possible. I thought he was traded good, but the GM is saying otherwise. Kyler's their guy till 2028. So maybe he really is hurt. I don't know. Either way, he still hasn't lost in
He still hasn't
Dallas.
lost
So
at AT&T, that's for sure. Maybe where are you at with the Jayden Daniels, man? I mean, this is getting to be a pattern for him, unfortunately.
Oh
a pattern
man,
for the Redskins or
it's a
Commanders,
pattern for
whoever.
the Redskins, and I'm glad you brought that up. And I'll go aside from that. This this franchise feels cursed, right? The RG3 and Jayden Daniels experience are eerily similar. Did you know that they were also the second round draft pick? The team that they played when they got injured was the Seahawks, right? Field injured on was the northwest part of the end zone. The
Yep.
down was second and on the 4 yard line. That is crazy. That's
Wow.
crazy,
Yeah,
right?
they have
But to
stuff like that
attest,
happens. That happens to them.
yeah,
Remember Alex
that
Smith?
FedEx Field
It's
is ugh.
it's
Yeah, Alex
oof.
Smith
With
got hurt in the
Theismann,
same
right?
area of the field as Theismann. Yeah.
But I
Yeah.
think with Jayden Daniels, here's where I am with him, and I said this in the beginning, man. You've got to beef up. You've got to learn how to take falls. You got to learn how to slide. My man fell like a toddler on that
Yeah.
play. You can't brace your fall with limbs, right? Not
Yeah.
even in the trenches, man. You have got to learn. Hey, you're gonna have to take that on the shoulder or the upper part of your back area, man. You never brace fall with your hands, and it's really not Quinn's fault because to a test, man, they were saying this, oh, this is Dan Quinn, this is negligence, all that. Well, hell, Jayden Daniels hadn't played in a while. He needs some volume. He needs some reps. If they'd have scored, he's known for coming back in games. So maybe there was this crazy thought that maybe he could pull it off.
I'm
Right?
glad you brought
This will
that
get
up.
him back in the flow, right?
Yeah.
Instead of just blaming it on the coach, man, that's your franchise guy. I mean, hell, his elbow wasn't hurt before that, was it? It was the hammy.
No, and I'm glad you brought that up, Brandon, because Dan Quinn was getting a lot of flack saying, "Oh, he should have
No.
protected Jayden Daniels and all this type of thing." There's almost 8 minutes left in that game. They're on a drive in which they are about to look seemingly to score a touchdown. I'll bet my entire bank account that even if he had said, "Hey, Jayden, we're going to take you out," Jayden's like, "No, you're not. There's almost 8 minutes left in this game. I haven't played in a few weeks. You're not taking me out of this
Right.
game. There's no way."
needs the reps.
I've now coached both of you. Neither one of you are coming out of the game in that scenario. That is not on Dan Quinn. That's an NFL team trying to win a football game and get back in the playoff race because you remember they've been slowly sliding out of it, and this is a game they had to really win. And so this is not on Dan Quinn. This is unfortunate. And
It sucks.
And a part of Jayden Daniels not knowing how to protect himself, and that's been a trend since he was in college. So I hope he can be back and come back healthy. I will tell you, I dislocated my left elbow when I was 21 years old. I'm now 53, and that thing hurts all the time. Matter of fact, over the weekend, I couldn't straighten my left arm. So that's gonna be an issue moving forward.
Yeah,
No question.
I sounded like a jerk and an ass to all the people that are around me, but I'm like, I know the position, and they were like, dude, he's hurt. And I'm like, it's his kind of fault. I don't want to sound like a jerk. Like, you don't put
It's
your
his
limb down to brace
fault.
impact.
Yeah.
You
So
can't do
you
that.
rarely do that. You rarely do that when you're in control of your body, much less when somebody else is kind of throwing you. And
There you go.
I had, yeah, we've done this, Snoohey. Tim, we've gotten hit, and there's an art in knowing how to get hit. And when you don't get hit often, it's new to you. Ask Tua, had to take classes for it. Well, Jayden might have to take some classes as well because you're not like Lamar. You're just a hair slower, and that hair matters because football's a game of inches.
Yeah, just get down, protect
Again,
yourself.
yeah,
Golly.
prayers to Jayden. It
Yeah,
does
for
hurt. You
sure.
don't like to see it, but it's something that I do feel like at that point, it's like a car wreck, right? Every tackle's the collision.
Yeah.
You got to let your body go. You got to let your body go, do its thing, let it feel
Roll
natural.
over.
That's
What you got shoulder
unfortunate,
pads
but-
for?
There you
Yeah,
go.
yeah.
Let's get into this week's recap. We've got a couple of big games to talk about. Of course, everybody wants to know what our thoughts are going to be on last night's game. I know the two of you are probably sitting back, enjoying yourselves, waiting to hear this. Obviously, Dallas takes on Arizona last night without Kyler Murray. Jacoby Brissett turned him into an All-Pro last night. Our $90+ million corner looked like a peewee football player trying to guard Marvin Harrison Jr. on the goal line. It was terrible. Here's what I'll say. Dak was not good, but I really watched with intent last night, and now I've been, working on an offense here for the last couple weeks, and so I was kind of watching the game differently. I wanted to watch scheme. What are they doing with their receivers? Why is the ball not coming out? Well, I'll tell you why the ball's not coming out, because everyone's covered. Because we've got three receivers, sometimes four, usually three receivers tight end. They're all running in their little areas of the field. There's no combinations. There's no pressure being put on the defense. I don't care if they were in man or zone. Everybody's covered up. Not to mention that the offensive line was like a swinging gate the entire time. It was like driving on George Bush at 8 o'clock on a Saturday morning in my car. As fast as I want to go, doesn't matter. No one's going to stop me. And so you've got that going on. We've got some misreads by Dak. We've got some miscommunications with him and his receivers on big third down plays. Some on fourth down. We've got a 4th and 4 where CeeDee Lamb runs a 12-yard route when the corner's already given him 8 yards, where he could have easily just ran a little 4-yard hook route and caught the ball and fell down for a first down. The play calling was atrocious. The decision-making and clock management is terrible. And I'm over the entire Dallas Cowboys Schottenheimer experience for 2025. And that's what I have to say. It's not all on Dak. He's a part of the problem. He's certainly not the solution. But this team as a whole is terrible. And Eberflus, please pack your shit and leave. Like, I don't know how this guy has a job in the NFL. Terrible with Chicago. Almost ruined that franchise for probably decades to come. And now look what we got to deal with in Dallas. Thanks a lot for sending us your trash, Chicago. The Dallas Cowboys suck. I mean, that's just what it is. They're terrible. Scheme terrible, coaching terrible, playing terrible, effort terrible, everything terrible. CeeDee Lamb was over it last night, and I'm over it too. That's all I got to say.
Cut the promo,
Newey,
Tim. Cut the
I was about to
promo.
say, yeah, I don't know if I
Ooh.
can keep. You keep going, man. I love it. It sounds great.
Keep
It's
it
all music to
going.
my ears.
Yeah.
I love it. Yeah. So I will give you some should have beens. Right. You should have kept giving the ball to Javante. I mean, he's 15 carries,
He was
83
the only
yards.
really positive of the whole
And then
night.
you get mad. Yeah, you
Mm,
get mad because he has the fumble. Well, yeah, because you went away from him for almost a quarter. Like,
right.
run the ball. Run the ball. You ran the ball well when you were competing and winning some games, your records, I don't know, tying games. Either way, run the ball. He's not, I was a hater on him, right? Not a hater, but I didn't think he was that it's all hype. He runs hard. He runs well. I
He's
saw
a good
little
player.
glimpses of like Emmett, man, a little spin out, a little choppy feet, get in the
Oh,
hole.
don't
Looked
forget, he
good
also
last
recovered
night.
a fumble. He also recovered a fumble from Pickens. And on the very next play, he knocked the linebacker into 2024. He hit him so hard on the pass protect. He's the only positive bright side of this offense right now.
You said something earlier too, Tim, and I'll pass it to Nuhi on this. I do actually believe that Dak has to be the solution. He might not be part of the problem right now, but you pay
Right.
your quarterback to
Oh,
be a
he's part
part
of
of
the
the
problem. He's
solution.
just not the
Right.
whole problem.
Well, maybe not last night, the whole problem, but he's the one that has the solution. Why? Because you touch the ball every play. Period. So,
One,
Nuhi,
oh
come
boy.
on, beat him down. Come on, please. I
All
want to hear
right.
more. This
Well,
is
one
music to
thing
my
I've noticed
ears.
about Dakota, I like Dakota as a quarterback, but there's a trend going now. I mean, back-to-back games, you're throwing picks, one touchdown to three interceptions. Now you got a QBR of 36. Each game you have started, you have continuously gone down. So it attests to what you're saying. You got to elevate these guys, man.
Yes.
This is what you're called to do. This is what you're paid to do. It sucks that hey, you're in the limelight every time. I think you're a tremendous leader, but now you really have to let your play do the talking. Like you got to lay it all out, right? Because this team is depending on you for what this is going on almost 9 years. Is this 9 years now?
10.
Almost 10? Well, we're at 10 now?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Let's do
Dakota,
something.
you got to step it up. I think with 5 sacks, taking those 5 sacks, maybe they're not all on you, but you got to take initiative like, hey, this is on me. I didn't get rid of the ball in time. I didn't make the right adjustment, right? Take accountability for those sacks too, because Dallas's defense, despite it being a shit show right now, they had 5 sacks on Jacoby. He can't really move, even though he looked like an all-pro. The thing
Right.
is getting rid of the ball on time. Having a plan B if plan A doesn't work, and having a backup for C and D. And so those are the things that as he's continuing to mature, he really has to focus on, hey, if it's not there, I've got to get
At,
rid of the damn ball.
What do you mean
I have
continue to
to. I
mature?
can't take
At this point,
at 32, you're
yeah.
mature. This is
At this
I
point,
mean,
he
ceiling.
should
look,
have
man.
all the answers
The
to the
ceiling
test.
was reached at Appalachian
What,
State.
Peyton didn't win
Where
his
was
first
he
Super
at?
Bowl till he was
Mississippi?
34?
Peyton had MVPs and other
Can we
accolades as
can we
well.
not
So.
I get it, but those are regular season. No, it doesn't matter. What have you done for me in the playoffs? Brady steals
Bro,
the show.
if Dak Prescott was the MVP that everyone's saying that he is on 4th and 4, you understand that CeeDee Lamb has some sort of deep outside comeback route. You see the corners playing outside leverage at 4 yards. You see your inside guy is up getting jammed. You run a little hitch corner. You change it at the line of scrimmage. Right, Low? Am I right here? You change it at the line of scrimmage, and you get the first down. Period.
Yeah.
You don't run a 12-yard
Yeah.
route on your best receiver on the outside with the guy
I
playing.
agree. Or
4
throw a
yards
ball
off
deep
the ball.
on third and short.
Come on,
I
man.
can't stand that. Why they do that? I've never understood that.
I-
That's a
and here's
50-50
another
ball
thing.
anything
Like
outside
I
of 12
said, yeah,
yards.
Dak,
Think of
so
all
Dak
the
has his
third-
challenges, man.
Think of all the 3rd and 12, 3rd and 14 plays, 4th down and long, where, okay, the 3rd and 12 at the end of the game, where he gets the ball and immediately throws a 2-yard check down. Where dude, we talk about a fumble, he gets tackled by 6 dudes because it's a check down on 3rd and 12. What are we doing? Like, he didn't even give a chance for the routes to develop. Came out, threw the check down.
Hey Tim, we've had this
on,
this
man.
podcast for 3 seasons, and this every time you say the same stuff for the past 3 seasons.
You're probably right, because I've seen the same thing for 10
Literally.
years. You
And when
think,
the season's
you think
over,
we have
you say
answers
The
to
the
definition of insanity.
You're
The
right.
Cowboys.
Let's
And then
move
when the
on.
season's over, the Cowboys fans scream it all again. We're going to the Super Bowl this year, though. This is our year.
No, I haven't.
Yeah,
I haven't.
cut
I haven't
everybody.
said
Keep
that
Keep
for a long
Aubrey,
time.
keep Aubrey, and cut everybody else. So.
There you go. Cut everybody. Speaking of cut everybody, the New York Giants are really going through it. They're reeling, and your 49ers go to New York, Brandon. They get a big win. I'm not sure how you can be proud of this with Scatterboo being out. But hey, you got the win. That's what's important. Talk about it.
Dude, we're fighting. We're fighting. We're hanging on by duct tape and bubble gum, man. I'm serious. I mean, this team is just built a little different. We've caught some breaks. Unfortunately, we did lose our number one draft pick in Michael Williams to a torn ACL in MetLife Stadium. It sucks, but the next man up mentality still reigns. What I love about this is I love the balance that we had. We rushed over 39. We had 39 attempts. We got Brian Robinson Jr. involved, which really helps. I think that gives him more confidence and Kyle more confidence to take a bit of the workload off of CMC. Let him work in space. Mac Jones continuing to deliver. We were over 60% on third down, which is really huge. And right now, hey, that's a good win because it could have been a trap game at home. Granted, our Niner Empire packed the stadium in MetLife, and so it really became a Niner East Coast stadium. So I'm happy to get the dub, and here we go. I think we play the Rams next. So we've already got one up on them. Hopefully we go up 2-0 on them, but I'll be cool with the split as well. But it was a good game.
Yeah,
No
well, good luck
complaints here.
with that. The Rams are balling. And there's
We've already beat them, Tim. Next.
Yeah, that's before they were on their roll. We'll see what happens. You guys do find a way to win games, though. I'll give you that. Somehow, some way, you keep finding a way to win these games.
Yeah, for sure.
Bro, speaking of winning games, you almost didn't win. You almost blew a big game to the Atlanta Falcons this weekend. Wow, I was kind of shocked when I was seeing what was happening with Mr. MVP quarterback Drake May. Tell me what happened on Sunday. How'd you almost blow it to the Atlanta Falcons?
I mean, one turnover. I've said it all year, right? So the point being, we won the game. So let's not, right? And we won it in defensive fashion. May didn't have to come onto the field to score. Our defense handled business when they were supposed to, and our special teams messed up that kick. And the way I see it is, I'm gonna leave everybody with, yeah, Drake May had a. Are we saying he had a bad game, if you will? Yeah, sure. Under 30 attempts though, still 260 in the air, still 2 touchdowns, but he had a pick. And the turning over the ball, he also fumbled, so he had 2 turnovers. Nothing near, I think, Indiana Jones' numbers this past week of total turnovers. But that's what you can't do. So we play sound football right now. We're playing football how it's supposed to be played, in my opinion, Patriot way, Vrabel's way. And I think we're back when the head coach of the Falcons get to say they might have been cheating and there's a clap gate. And yeah, when you're talking about Gates and the Patriots, we're back. You're saying that we're cheating? Yeah, we're back.
We're back,
I
baby.
always told everybody that clap and snap count crap is not going to work in the NFL. So they're saying we simulated their snap count. So whatever. One play didn't win the game. Michael Penix did play well, but Drake May prevailed. I enjoy close games. We need those. 24-23. Yeah. Pats move on, and I think we talked about it when I was still a guest on this show. But just want to remind everybody the Patriots are 7-2.
The Patriots are 7-2 somehow, some way, and they are rolling. And I'm glad you brought up Indiana Daniel Jones. We're going to go a little bit out of order on some of these games because we have to save the best game for last. So the Steelers Colts. The Steelers, in my opinion, this year have been bipolar all year. You get a good team, you get a really questionably bad team one day, and the Steelers came out and prevailed over the Colts, which we didn't think would happen. We expected the Colts to continue to win. First time they've lost the game since September 28th, so just about a month since they have lost the game. People said that Daniel Jones had gone back to factory reset during this game. Do you guys see the Colts as being done and cooked after this game, or do you see that this was the Steelers kind of fighting for their playoff lives right now?
Based on all motivation, man, we all know how the NFL works. I mean, these guys were down, and it was a win now. We have to win here. Yeah, we have to win. We can't lose 3 straight. I think it was factored off of that. I think when you don't have the run game that day, and one thing that travels is run game and defense, Indiana really struggles when it's outside of their dome or outside of those situations. And so you have to really look into that. That's a team that's, they struck fire real quick, but at the same time, you got to learn to win those tough away games. And that's been their stigma for years. Even going all the way back to the Peyton Manning days, they are fireworks in the dome.
Yeah.
But when they come up out of that dome, shit.
They are a dome team.
It doesn't show up. And so right now, losing
I
by
think,
7,
yeah.
you can't really hold it against them. Losing by 7, but they got to find a way to get it done. 3 turnovers don't help.
Yeah, he had 2 fumbles, I believe, too. So I think
5,
Daniel
damn.
Jones had
Ooh,
5 total
Lord.
just himself.
Can't win
But Jonathan
can't win
Taylor, I
that way.
said it, Tim. We talked in the pregame. No run game. Jonathan Taylor was going to get stuffed by the front 6. It's the you're going to have to make Daniel Jones beat you, and they did. I mean,
Yep.
he threw the ball 50 times.
It's
You
not
don't
good.
want Daniel Jones throwing the ball 50
13
times. You're going to
QBR.
have a couple turnovers. Yeah. Oh man. But Aaron Rodgers played it safe. See, I think he threw the ball quite a bit, but he wasn't taking the gutsy throws. He took what they gave him. He played the game close. This was an Aaron Rodgers win. This is more of a Steelers win than a Colts win for me. It
Agreed.
was a fun game. I watched it. I tuned in. It's hard to see quarterbacks like this backslide. That's what it is.
Yeah.
He definitely backslid this week. So yeah.
He'll be back. I think the Colts will be just fine. We never thought they were going to go through the season with 1 loss, did we? So the Steelers are a good football team. Mike Tomlin finds a way to keep that team alive, even when they seemingly are dead. So good for the Steelers this week. Big win. Speaking of another big win, the Vikings got their starting quarterback back, J.J. McCarthy. I know everybody thought that he wasn't the guy. Carson Wentz was going to be better, but Carson Wentz got beat up during his tenure when he was playing. JJ comes back. He goes 14 for 25, 143, but 3 total touchdowns, 2 running, 1 passing, or 2 passing, 1 running. These, by the way, these are Jalen Hurts type numbers. So
They're not.
Well, they are because
They're
we've
not.
seen
They're
Jalen
not.
do this.
Jalen throws for
Jalen
75%
Hurts.
completion, bro.
Yeah.
This dude throws
Yeah.
under 60 every time.
At
Leave
any
it.
rate, this is the same stat line that
Every
Jalen
time
had
he's only had
for
3
3 weeks in a
games.
row. He's actually only had 3 games, and let's talk about that because JJ's not getting the love that he deserves, and I'm going to shine some light on him right now. In 2 games, 2 out of the 3 games that he started, he has shown us something that Dak has yet to show us, and that's a clutch gene. He's got a clutch gene. Tom Brady talked about it on air. He was loving what he was seeing. He may have only completed 14 balls, but guess what? Those 14 completions were meaningful completions. They weren't dump offs they were first downs on 3rd down. Bro, think about that. You got to look at when JJ shows up, and he shows up when it matters the most. Not to mention they beat the Detroit Lions in Detroit, which makes JJ still undefeated in the state of Michigan. So no, is he an elite quarterback today? No. Are the Vikings going to the playoffs in the Super Bowl because of JJ McCarthy? No. But I'm going to say that to do what you did after being out for 5 games, come in, everyone doubting you, no one believing in you outside of that locker room, and a couple of us JJ Michigan diehard fans, I thought what he did was amazing. And hats off. I think he's got a trajectory of a career ahead of him. And I can't believe that you guys won't give JJ his due credit. I'm disappointed
This is
in you
crazy.
both.
No, there's no due credit. I'm gonna chime in and not sorry. Like, no, stop it.
Please,
You are
yeah.
a fan, and there's nothing wrong with being a fan.
Fan.
But
Yes.
there is no due credit. There is no due credit. I'm a fan of Drake May, and
He beat the
I
Lions.
could say the same thing. But McCarthy has played 3 games. 3 games that
Have
he
you
won
not seen
2
a
by
little
the
bit in
same
those 2
score.
wins?
Brother, he has
He's won-
14 sacks in 3 games.
He
That
hasn't
was-
thrown
he's
over
not good.
200 yards. He ran the ball 9 times for 12 yards.
I don't
Those
care.
aren't runs. Those are
He's
I'm running
completing
around.
50% of his passes,
Yeah.
Tim.
Okay. You know what? I've had the same argument on the other side with Jalen Hurts, right? Not necessarily the completion percentage, but how many
Super Bowl champion.
Here's what I'm going to
Has
say.
At least
I
thrown
was
over
wrong.
300
I'm
yards
out.
one time.
I'm out. I was wrong. Okay. Because as Brandon has told me over and over again, the only job for the quarterback is to get your team in the end zone and win the game. JJ McCarthy did that successfully 3 times. 3 times. How can we not say? How can
Tim,
we say
here's
that
what I
it's okay
can't.
for
Here's what I
Jalen, but
can't
not
do.
okay for JJ?
Tim, here's what I can't do. I can't have my quarterback constantly start the fire and then try to let it out. Taking 14 sacks and you
3
have
NFL
4
games, man.
It doesn't matter, Tim.
good.
What's your job?
Hey,
And he
I
did
will
his
say
job.
this,
They beat the Lions,
Tim,
and he got
I
them
can't
into
trust
the
the
end
guy
zone.
who averaged 17 attempts a
double
game in college.
double
I can't
standard.
trust
Tim,
him. It's not a
all
double
standards.
standard.
a double standard.
Tim, it's a double standard today only because guess what? JJ McCarthy fits your narrative today, Tim. So you have to include
Narrative.
Jalen
I
Hurts.
admitted that
Preference.
I was wrong. I was
Only
wrong
because you
to bag on Jalen Hurts.
Only because you want to be right about
I was
JJ
just
McCarthy.
going off
Thank
what
you,
my
Lo.
partner,
Thank
my
you.
co-host partner, Brandon Newey has told me several times. I have it in text. Your job is
Sure.
to get your team in the end zone. JJ
And you've
McCarthy did
never
that three
agreed with it.
successfully
And
and
you've
won the
never
game.
agreed with it.
Well, I
You've
agree
never
today.
agreed with it until
Today
now.
I agree.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. Next week when McCarthy puts up that same stat line with an L, you better have this same energy of he's amazing. I just have
Okay.
that's all I have an issue with. Your choice of words. Due credit, nothing is due to that man. Right? Stay healthy. Your best ability is
Wow.
what? Y'all said it, Newey. Availability.
Okay.
Yeah. So
winning,
there's a lot of double standards with
winning,
quarterbacks. Okay.
winning 2 divisional games is essentially a rookie showing 2 clutch moments at the end of those games. That doesn't matter.
It's the Tebow
mattered if
effect.
it was
That's
Jalen
what it
Hurts,
reminds
but it
me of.
doesn't
It's the
matter when
Tebow
it's
effect.
JJ
He's
McCarthy.
trashed the whole game, and then those
JJ
3 or 4
McCarthy.
plays. Oh wow, he does it again. You can't sustain success like that in the
McCarthy
NFL,
right
bro.
now,
You
he
can't.
is on pace.
But we don't want to
do
give him
Jackson
credit
Dart.
for what he was able to do.
No,
We don't.
no.
Okay.
I need a
Okay,
year
we're
or
giving him
two.
Keep
credit
that
for
same
it.
energy when Jalen Hurts has the same stat line coming up in the
Hey,
Jalen
I'm
Hurts has
giving
been
the
doing
Minnesota
this.
Vikings. I'm giving the Minnesota Vikings credit for the win, and also
Credit,
JJ
yes.
McCarthy gets credit for being the quarterback of that win. But what did he do statistically or by his play that
He
makes
threw
you
2
grovel?
touchdowns. He ran for a touchdown, and he completed multiple third down passes. What else do you want your quarterback to do?
What did he do all before then?
What do you mean? That was the
No.
whole game.
No, it
What has he
wasn't,
done?
Tim.
What
That
has he-
dude
what has he-
struggled. That dude took 5 sacks.
Yeah,
5.
he also struggled.
Well,
in the last
you realize there's
divisional
only
game as
like
well, too.
one.
He
And
has
you said-
14
starting
sacks
offensive
in
lineman
3
playing.
games, and a lot of
This
those
is-
are
this is-
his.
This is deja
Okay.
vu, okay? Because you just said this, or Pat, we've done this before. Remember, McCarthy had the terrible half, but then he turned it around. No, bro, you can't sustain an NFL career like that. You can't
At
football
all.
isn't played in halves.
I've seen
It's not played
Jalen
in
Hurts do
halves.
it and win a Super Bowl. So
Lies.
He. Hey,
Lies.
let's talk in 2-3 more weeks. I don't even know if
He
JJ's
doesn't-
starting next week. Is he starting next week? Is JJ starting next week? Or
of
he get
course
hurt?
he's starting. What do you mean? Is he
Oh,
starting
okay.
next week?
Didn't know.
Oh, they might
didn't know.
sign
He's only
somebody
played
off-
3 games in
off
2
the
years.
couch to come
He's
in.
Only played,
Wow.
He's only played 3 games in 2 years.
Why?
so
Why?
I didn't
Why
know.
are we?
I didn't
Why
know.
are we hating on the Michigan quarterback so?
We're not
poorly
hating
right
on
now?
it, Tim, but when a guy gets drafted
What
in
does
the
he have to
first
do
round,
for you to like
listen,
him?
but you're cut. I'm trying to
Play.
explain to you.
Play.
I'm trying to explain to you. When a guy averages and played for 4 years of college football and averages 17 pass
Won a
attempts a
national title.
game, God, you keep cutting me off, bro. I'm good. Yup,
He won a national title.
Hey,
I'm good.
Newey,
I'm just saying that this is another quarterback.
He's
You
not
are
gonna-
all
he's
about
so
it.
hard. It's so hard to like.
He won the
JJ,
national
we're not talking
title.
about-
His team won a
This is
national
the
title, Tim.
NFL. This is
What
the
are we
NFL.
talking about, bro? This isn't. He's okay.
Yeah, I'm fine with that
He's
statement.
okay. He's okay.
He's a starting quarterback in the NFL.
He's okay.
currently.
I don't know that, but he's okay.
Hey,
we don't know
put it this
yet.
way,
We
the
do not
Vikings
know
right
yet.
now. The Vikings right now, as of right now, they still kind of wish they would have kept Darnold for sure.
1,000%.
No, they
Yeah.
don't.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Come
Absolutely.
on.
And
Let's
with
keep
that
this
being
moving.
said, I salute y'all boys. It was fun.
Oh, see, now Brandon's upset with me because
I'm
and
not-
now he's
I'm
going to
not
leave the
upset.
show.
Yeah, no, tell him.
I had a
Newey.
hard
Tell
stop
him,
at
Newey.
one, fellas.
Tell him,
So,
Newey. You're tell him, Newey. Say I'm as red as my hoodie because Tim is tripping on JJ, and I got to get out of here, man. I can't
just
take
remember,
this too
man,
much longer.
Niners Nation. That boy is. He's okay.
I've
He's
just
okay.
seen Brandon talk about other quarterbacks that are very similar to
okay.
JJ in a much
He's
different
not.
light.
There's nothing similar.
They've
There's
also been more
volume. There's over
established.
50
Yeah,
games started.
yeah.
They're more established. They have a lot of
thank you.
reps, Tim. Not just a guy that throws 17 times a game in college. That will not cut it. I'm not
Newey,
sold.
I got
I'm
you.
sad.
I will take it from here, my
I'm
friend.
sad. I'm sad that I
will
can't
fight
get
that
either of you
argument.
to
See
be
y'all
on my
boys.
side. Golly.
It's
Well,
not about
Brandon
being on
left
your
because I
side.
wouldn't
He
let
has
him-
to play more, Tim. He has to play more.
Brandon's out of here because I wouldn't let him get his thought out about JJ because he refused to say national champion behind his name. So I love this, though. This is great banter. All right, let's talk
So
about
let's
the
get into
big,
this last game.
the big game of the day was the Bills and the Kansas City Chiefs. You said this off camera. I kind of had it in my notes to say. Maybe I'll let you say it because it is very profound. So do you want to say what you said about this game and the Chiefs winning this game? I mean, the Bills winning this game. You don't remember? We've
I don't.
seen
I
this
don't. I've
before.
talked a lot about this game. Oh, yes,
We've
yes,
seen this
yes.
movie before. The Chiefs go to Buffalo. Buffalo beats the Chiefs. It's wasn't necessarily convincing, but it was a good win for Buffalo. But then what happens in the AFC title game? Opposite thing, right? Only is this the same type of Chief team that can get to the AFC title game? I don't know.
Yeah, I think. I
And
mean, I
then
think they look. What we're doing right now is what we've been doing all year with the Chiefs. We'll keep this one short as possible. I know this is a. I wanted a better game. You got to think in a 28-21 loss, and you're telling me this is Patrick Mahomes' worst game ever played. You needed to win by more. That's not going to cut it in the postseason. This won't happen again. Like all the things you can say, right? So, guess what? Chiefs lost this week. So, everyone's in what we call the panic mode. Oh my God, the Chiefs lost. Oh, they're this. Oh, they're this. Yeah, it is looking tough in the AFC. No lie. It's going to come down to the last few weeks for sure. Because wild card spots are a dime a dozen. There's a lot of teams trying to get in. Right now, the Bills are not up top of their division, so that's a wild card. The Chiefs are not up top their division, even second or third, second, I don't think. So, yeah, Chiefs have a hole. Ravens got a hole to climb out of. It's about to get interesting. I'm not putting too much in this game because we've seen it before. But yeah, Josh Allen came out. He won the game. He didn't have too many incompletions. Mahomes had the pick. I don't know. To me, it was kind of boring. James Cook ran the ball almost 30 times. Um, yeah, this is the setup game. We'll see this again. I have a feeling we're going to see this again.
probably, maybe not. I don't know. I can't call it because the Chiefs, one week they look like the Chiefs, and one week they don't look like the Chiefs. They didn't look very much like the Chiefs this past weekend. Again, only a touchdown victory, but then I see what Lamar and the Ravens are able to do. I'm seeing what the Chargers are doing. They keep winning. The Broncos keep winning. I mean, the Chiefs could be on the outside looking in if they don't pull this thing together in consecutive weeks here pretty soon. So,
The
I
the
don't know.
Bills are in the same boat. The Bills are in the same boat because the
They
Patriots
are.
schedule they have the easiest schedule. So they're definitely looking at a wild card spot. And at that point, you're competing with the Broncos, the Chiefs, or the Chargers. Potentially the Steelers, the Ravens, because the Ravens, they're not winning that division right now either. AFC is about to get very, very interesting.
All right. Well, that's all we got for the recaps. It was a fun weekend of football. I love that the AFC and the NFC to some degree both just up for grabs. Honestly, there is no clear cut. These two teams are going because everyone's been struggling. Parity is real in the NFL. Let's get into some of these awards. We're going to get into On Fire first. I've got Caleb Williams, Bear Down Chicago Bears. He was incredible this weekend. I say
I
incredible, but
agree.
he was really good. 20 for 34, 280, three touchdowns. He caught a touchdown. Really,
Yes.
when you look at that, who did more for their team this weekend than Caleb Williams? This was kind of a breakout game for him.
He's had a breakout season, if you ask me. He's playing really well. I did kind of call in the pregame. I was right on some of my pregame picks.
You were.
Caleb was going to throw for some touchdowns. I know he's been a little bit of a lull, but the offense hasn't. So when you look at statistically, the offense has been moving. It's starting to look more and more Ben Johnson like, especially when you got non-receivers catching touchdowns. Um, I mean, it was the Bengals though, but the Bengals are a little reignited with Flacco. So
They are. It was
congrats to Caleb. He did what he's supposed to. I love that he's silencing the doubters, and I do think this is something that we would see out of. I know I got to bring it up every week. So this is what Shador would look like if he was on a squad. Just saying. So you can keep
what
that moving. Sit
what
up
makes
straight, Tim. I saw your shoulders slouch when I
yeah,
said
because
it,
I'm
and
like, what makes
it's
you
just
say that? What you're just
because
throwing out grenades for no reason.
it's the Hollywood thing where everyone hates Caleb because he did this and he acts this way and he does this and he talks this.
Hmm.
Same perception people have of Shador, but for some reason they don't have it of Jackson Dart. So I don't know. Let's get back to that in another day. Congrats,
Wow.
Caleb, on your on fire. You're balling. Tim's happy. He has your jersey, I believe. If not, he should go
I do
buy one.
not. I do not. I'm not going to buy one. I need him
Hit
to
up the
sign.
U jersey.
I won't sign I won't get a Caleb jersey unless he signs the next contract, which Bears quarterbacks typically don't do. And
Oh,
I've,
he's
I've
gonna
already,
get one and
bro, I've got
early.
a,
He's
I've
gonna
got
get
a,
one.
I've got a Mitchell and a Justin Fields sitting in my closet. I'm not getting anybody else. And I don't really like Caleb, the person that we see. He doesn't
Hmm.
seem he doesn't resonate franchise quarterback to me. He's got ability. He's got some stuff. Anyway, let's move on. Joe Flacco, I'll give him honorable mention for this. He threw two
Sure.
picks, so we can't really put. But I mean, the dude threw for 470 yards and four touchdowns. So Joe Flacco did his thing as well. You've got somebody to talk about that you think should still be in Minnesota. How depressing for JJ McCarthy and myself.
I don't think that he should still be in Minnesota. I think that Minnesota wishes he was still there. And that's Sammy D. Sam Darnold. I wish he would have kept it rolling. Like I wish he would have, kept the foot on the gas because I mean, a man had four touchdowns, I believe, in the half. He was 21 for 24. So not many incompletions. At one point, I think 16, 16, 17 for 17, almost broke some records. He did have a
16 for
pick. That's
16.
what kind of sucks. The pick was like, but that offense is rolling. He's just playing within it. They hand the ball off 20 times to different people. And Smith and Jigba, oh my gosh, like just take the over on 100 yards every week for this guy because he is getting open. They missed him twice. Sam Darnold is doing his thing. He's got a wide receiver. He threw four touchdowns. If he keeps pace, we have no choice but to put him in some MVP talks and awards like that because he's balling. He's playing very very well. 330 yards. So yeah, Sam Darnold, you've been here before this year. Welcome back. You were on fire.
Okay, fair enough. I can't be mad at that. Brandon had Lamar Jackson on fire this week. Certainly that was the case. 18 for 23, four touchdowns, 143.2 passer rating. Unbelievable night by Lamar. He also had an additional 14 yards on the ground. And the Ravens got a win, which is probably the most important for Ravens fans. And they are right back in this thing when we said they were going to be dead just a week ago. They are not dead. They are anything but dead somehow. They just continue to rise from the ashes, much like the Chiefs. Let's get into the other set of awards. The really fun set of awards were garbage juice. The quarterbacks that just absolutely sucked this weekend and swimming in the garbage juice. And here's number one. I know he won the game, but they really won in spite of him, not because of him. He's back at his rightful place at the top of the garbage juice. Bryce Young, Mr. Make-A-Wish himself.
Oh,
11 for 20, zero touchdowns, one interception, 100 yards. Yes, the Panthers won the game. Dowdle and the defense, congratulations. But Bryce Young did nothing. It's like that, I did my part. I did my part. I didn't do shit. That's Bryce Young. He didn't do anything to help win this game. He is back in his rightful place in the garbage juice.
I am gonna
You
be
disapprove.
argumentative with you. I am gonna be argumentative with you today because let me paint you
That's
a
fair.
story. That stat
Okay.
line you just named of Bryce Young, there's another guy that he played that left with a similar stat line, just more volume, but an L. So you take that 11 for 20, turn it into a 22 for 40, and guess what? Jordan Love was 26 for 37 with 273 and a pick, but he also got an L. Bryce Young, you're not in my garbage juice. Unfortunately, you're in the QB huddles because Tim threw you in there. I can try to pick you up and take you out, but unfortunately, you already got stuff on you, so I'm not gonna touch you. I'm gonna leave you in there because I
That's
got it. I got no
disgusting.
choice. I
You're
can't
not a
get that on my
dumpster
hands.
diver.
I can't get my jersey. No, can't do it. So yeah,
Can't do
Bryce
it.
Young's in there. I disagree with you, but hey, you got him in there. He's
That's
in there.
fair
You
enough.
threw him in there.
Okay. Okay. That's fine. You've got one that I disagree with,
Yeah,
and
let's.
I
I
think
was
you're
gonna
gonna
bring up
you might set
Nuhi's
yourself
first.
on fire when you do this. What you want to do, Newies
I,
first?
I I was going to, but I can knock it out for you. So knew he had Indiana Jones. The reason why I was going to do it
Yes.
first because we talked about him earlier. He had five turnovers. Man, he played terrible. That team is going because of you, but don't try to be the hero. That's not what the Colts need. This week you tried. You turned the ball over five times in total with the fumbles. Oh, six. You won up. All right. Well, then
Yeah,
he's at the
three
bottom.
fumbles
He's
and
Bryce
three
Young is
interceptions.
standing.
Three
Yeah.
fumbles
So
and
Bryce
three
Young is standing on
INTs.
top of him.
Oh,
Bryce Young
that's
is using his
terrible.
shoulders to not be in the juice because Daniel Jones is fully submerged this week. You might have to scrape him from the bottom. That juice not even starting to get
Ooh.
hard.
Oh,
Daniel
Daniel.
Jones, shake back. You have a good season. You're 7-2. Bounce back. I see you getting out of this dumpster pretty quickly. Yeah, this one's gonna hurt. We're gonna get into it. This one's gonna hurt. I don't even know if I can like say it. But when you do the history of his career, This was the worst game he has ever played. He's been at the top of all of my towers. He's in the top five undisputably. He's always in the MVP talks, if you ask me. Just scratch week 9 off of your game log, if you will, because Patrick Mahomes, gosh, you got a boat. I'm gonna give him a tire. He has an inflatable, but he is in the garbage juice. But he's on some tubies. He's got floaties on his arms, so he doesn't get fully submerged. Man, 15 for 34. You still had 250, but you take away a couple big plays, and that's under 200 yards. No touchdowns and interception. Patrick, you're in the garbage juice, man, and it hurt to say that, my friend.
See, I feel like the only reason you put him in there with 250 yards passing was just because you expect a certain level from Patrick Mahomes, and when he drops below that and gets a loss, doesn't throw any touchdowns, has an interception, he's in the garbage juice. I feel like there's other players that had worse stat lines than this in the loss, but Patrick is getting this award simply because of how good Patrick is. I, that's why I don't know if
And the
if I'm
setting
gonna let
was
you have
set.
it.
The setting was set. The setting was set though. You can't show up to the biggest game and play your worst. So far,
That's
this is their
true.
biggest game of the season, and you've played your worst. So yes, it carries weight. That's how I feel. There was other people that performed, but the expectation wasn't for them to throw at least one. You know how many bets Patrick probably ruined? You know what I mean? Like not a single
I
touchdown.
imagine.
You
I
could
mean,
not.
Dak Prescott, 24 for 39, 250, one touchdown, one interception. Very similar stat line to Mr. Patrick Mahomes this past weekend, also in a loss to not a very good football team. But we didn't put him in the garbage juice. But I'm with you. I'm going to ride with you because you rode with me on Carolina and Mr. Make a Wish. So I'm going to ride with you on Patrick Mahomes is in the
Hey,
garbage
maybe
juice. It's
neither
hard to
one of them.
say. It's
Maybe
hard to say.
neither one of them belong in there this week. But
Mm.
we can tell you for sure that Daniel Jones is holding them both up down there because
Daniel
he is
Jones is the
at the
captain.
bottom.
Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones has the key to the garbage juice. He's the one that opened it up for everyone else to jump in this weekend. No question about it. But I have a feeling he'll be getting out of there pretty quick. Okay. Well, that was fun for the garbage juice. Now we've got to get to the Brady moment of the week. This is going to be fun.
Mhm.
This is going to be fun because this is my guy out of Chicago.
I read ahead.
Tear
Yep, I
down
read
Chicago
ahead.
Bears. The Chicago Bears beat the Cincinnati Bengals this weekend. They were supposed to. I picked them to win. I think you picked them to win. But this game had to come down to the last 54 seconds of the game. It had been going back and forth. The Bears had a lead. Flacco made a comeback. They got an onside kick. They score again. I mean, they get the lead. I mean, the Bengals are going to win this game. 772 yards passing between the two teams. 89 points, but down one of those points with 54 seconds left. Caleb Williams, Chicago Bears, go 0-2 on first and second down, 2 incompletions. But then, on a little scramble, he hits his tight end Loveland from where? Michigan. Loveland catches the ball. Two guys run into each other. He runs through them, 58 yards for a touchdown, and the Bears win the game. Caleb Williams, what do you have to say? What happened next was that the Bears defense came out and got an interception from Mr. Joe Flacco, who might have gotten Brady moment, but they lost. Caleb Williams, welcome, sir,
He
to your
still had a
first
breath.
Brady
I'm
moment of the
combative.
year.
I'm combative. Look, he didn't. He threw one pass where the DBs lost it. I don't think. I'm sorry, Caleb. You're on fire. You won the game. That's great. You don't get. You don't get. You get half a Brady moment. I'm gonna steal the. I don't know. You get. You get something. I'm gonna take something from that. And Flacco deserves some. Some. He's had the real moment. His defense just couldn't do what they were supposed to do with what 34 or under a minute.
54
Like,
seconds.
oh my God! At least I would have been okay if this was a field goal to win the game. Maybe then I would have felt a little bit. This was a busted play. This was missed tackling, piss poor tackling by a defense that we know that is bad. But 42 points, 400 something yards. Flacco's doing his thing, and unfortunately, like you don't win. You came back from 41-27 with under 5 minutes to go, and your defense, man, like you should be yelling at them because right now you probably are sitting at a bar by yourself, like he said he does. So, yeah, I'm gonna argue. I'm gonna argue it, but Caleb will take the award after I like let Flacco hold it, maybe for five
Okay.
minutes.
All right. All right. Well, at least Caleb gets it. Hey, we have breaking
He
news.
does get it.
We have breaking news right here on the QB Huddle podcast. The Jets are cleaning
Oh,
house.
lovely.
The Jets have traded away defensive tackle Quinnen Williams to the Dallas Cowboys. I don't have all the details yet, but the Jets are cleaning
Wow.
house. They are in straight tank mode. Would you agree? The Jets
Yeah, I
just
mean,
getting rid
I've
of
been
all their
keeping up.
defense.
I've been
Yeah,
keeping up with that division, man. So the Dolphins are shopping Minka as well. They're shopping Chubb. Jalen Phillips has already gone to the Eagles.
I heard they're
Um,
shopping Waddle too. I heard they're shopping
Waddle, but
Waddle this
the
morning.
price I hear is very, very, very high. So I
Mm,
think Waddle's the only person left from that 2020 and 2021 draft pick where they had like 17 picks across the two
yeah.
years. I think
Wow.
he's almost the only one left. And Dolphins are cleaning house. It is the Drake May and Josh Allen show. Jets and Dolphins move aside.
Yeah. Oh,
It's
yeah. Tank. That's it
yeah.
for them.
Here we
That's
go.
it for
Here
them.
we go.
Who- Now, which one of them is going to get the number one pick and replace their quarterback in the draft? I'm not sure. I guess it's a race to see who can lose more games between the Dolphins and the Jets. But like you say, the Jets are going to jet, so they'll probably end up winning more games than they're supposed to somehow. And
They
not
play each other. They still have to play each other,
Do
I
they?
think,
Oh
again.
my God.
So
They're going to go into overtime 0-0 and try to figure out how they can allow the other team to beat them. So that's going to be a game that nobody is going to watch.
that's a matchup right there. I tell you what, Justin
Yeah,
Fields versus Tua. Who shouldn't wear the number one? Both of them, right? So
there you go.
actually, I think Fields wears 7 now. But
He does.
regardless, I don't want to watch that QB matchup. It's not one
Nobody
I'm looking
does.
forward to.
Nobody
So
does. Man, we are halfway through the year, low. Sunday, well, Thursday, we'll start the second half of the NFL season. So on Sunday morning for a
we
pregame
doing awards?
when we go live, we are going to hand out some mid-season awards. We'll have a garbage player of the year. I think everybody knows
Sure.
who's going to get that. We'll have the on fire player of the year, our rookie MVPs, our quarterbacks of the year, and then maybe we might have some goofy ones in there as well. But yeah, we've got some awards coming up Sunday morning, so make sure you stick with us. And like I told you guys Sunday, we've got some big news we're working on. We may be on a new platform Sunday, or it may be next Tuesday. I'm not sure which, but it can't come soon enough. Thank you to Brandon Franklin and New Era Media for producing our show and making it look as it does. And thank you to allaccessfootball.com for the syndication and getting us out to the masses each and every week. Thank you all for watching. Make sure to follow Low at Fourth and Low at TikTok. Make sure to follow me at Tim Jitsu. I would tell you where to follow Brandon. I don't know his TikTok. I think it's B Newey. So you might want to look for B Newey. That's BNHOOI. Yes, B Newey at TikTok. So that's all three of us. We'll see you Sunday morning. Thanks for tuning in, Low. Any final words before we head out of here and get back to
I
work?
do have some final words. Yeah, my team, Collin County Crash, played this past weekend, our first exhibition game,
We
and we
sure did.
announced a new head coach. I think you know this guy. He's got a perennial track record. He's won some championships in arena. He's won some championships in higher leagues than what we play in, GDFL, and
Oh,
he's been in a lot of TUFLs. I don't think he's ever even lost one of those. So, yeah, this guy's coming on,
that
and
sounds awesome.
it's great. Yeah, he designs plays. I get to work with him. So that's kind of cool. I have to listen to somebody, which is different for me. But tune in if you don't know who I'm talking about. It's the Collin County Crash Facebook page. We announced it on there, and I'm going to do it here right now. It's that guy, wherever he's at on this screen.
This
Tim,
guy.
you're coaching, man. How do you feel? You're back in the head coaching suite. You got some good players on this team. We needed some help and structure.
Yeah.
You're here to provide that. We're lucky to have you. We already worked together, so some people think I was up to something the entire time. Maybe, maybe not. Either way, we're looking to take a next step forward, and we believe you're a part of that. A big piece of that. So, what say you?
I say I'm excited. I didn't think after 9, 10 years that I was going to be back into this thing. It's been even longer since I've been a head coach. I've been staying primarily on the offensive side of the ball, but it's great. It's a lot of fun. You've got great internal leaders. You do have a very talented roster. I've enjoyed working with you already. You obviously know what you're doing. It makes it easy for me on the sideline. So I'm looking forward to a great year. We've got an IFA coming up, IFA professional game coming up in January. I want to play the Dallas Bulls. So if you're on the Dallas Bulls or you coach the Dallas Bulls and you think you're up to the challenge of a semi-pro arena team with no NFL players on our roster or in our resume, I mean, obviously we're not good enough to compete, but we'd like the opportunity. we'd like the opportunity. We'd also like to play that team up in Louisiana. But any arena teams that want to play us, give us a shout. We're here for you. I've got some buddies that are up
Yeah.
there coaching in Tulsa. Maybe the Tulsa Oilers could invite us up for a round of a game and a little fun up there. So we'll see what happens. I'm looking forward to it, and I'm excited to be a part of the Conley County Crash. And thank you very much.
Yeah, big things to come. Pretty much QB Huddle, always be supported by the Crash as well, vice versa. And yeah, you dropped the nugget there. We were an arena team for 4 or 5 years. So you are the missing piece in a lot of avenues. We got the players. We want to go do it. Arena, 8 man, 11 man. You want to play, reach out. We got some time on our hands. We got a roster.
Reach
Yeah.
out and call
Yeah.
someone.
This
All
is
right,
all
that's
geared
my
up to watch football
singing.
in the spring. As you know, QB Huddle does not stop, right? We go year round. So QB Huddle podcast will be going year round. And we're going to have some football to talk about, whether it be minor league football, arena football, indoor football, UFL,
UFL.
flag football. Who knows what's around the corner for us? So
Yep.
it's been good. It's been fun. Lots of great things ahead. See you guys Sunday. Let us know in the comments too for rewards. Let's do a fan one too. Let's see what they think.
Yeah, let us know who you think should get some of these awards. Until Sunday, keep those chains moving, folks. We'll see you. Man, what a day.
Solid day.